All right, my fellow Americans and citizens of the world, let's talk a little inauguration, presidential politics, partisan political commitments, and principled reasons and justification for our political beliefs. And apparently, everything I'm going to talk about starts with P, so there are going to be some P's involved. I'm going to ask you some questions that I've been asking people, including students, for at least 20 years. And I'm going to be completely transparent about why I'm asking those questions and what I hope to do with them. First, the questions. Right now, some of you all are celebrating Trump's inauguration like crazy. So if you're someone who's thinking, yay, Trump, my guy won, bring on the next 4 years, they're gonna be awesome, I want you to give me the one thing you think is the most important outcome that's gonna come from the next 4 years that you can judge Trump's presidency based on. I want you to tell me, this is the most important thing. Is it the economy? Is it abortion? Does it have something to do with culture? Whatever it is, tell me what it is and what will have happened in the next 4 years that will have you saying, yes, Trump's presidency was a success. Similarly, there's a lot of you out there who are sad or frustrated or angry about Trump being elected, and you're probably saying, boo hiss to Trump's inauguration. I want to know more or less the same from you. If there was one thing that really worries you about the next 4 years, or something you think is going to happen because of Trump's presidency, I want to know what it is. 4 years from now, will you be saying, whew, thank God that didn't happen? Or will you be saying, see, I told you this guy was a monster? Now, I don't want to discuss these reasons in the comments right now. I'm not here to argue whether or not your reasons are good ones. But what I am going to do is do a video about these reasons 4 years from now. And everybody can look back and say, hey, I really did commit to my reasons based on principle and not party, and Trump failed to meet the expectations I had for him regarding this one thing. Or, hey, he succeeded, go Trump, go me, go GOP, I backed the right horse. And those of you who were worried or concerned or frustrated can say, see, here's what happened with regard to the economy or abortion or the border or whatever issue it is that you're worried about. I told you it was going to get worse and it did. Or maybe you'll say, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And the reason I ask these questions is it helps people reflect and see which of my commitments are really principled and reflect my values, beliefs, morals, and I have good reasons for them, and which are just sort of partisan worries or concerns or issues that I support because my party supports them and I'm committed to them. I'm going to give you some examples that illustrate how that can work. 8 years ago, a person answered this question saying the way that Trump spoke about and treated women ought to disqualify him from being president, because he clearly would be incapable of speaking for half the population because of how he used and objectified and talked about women. However, I know for a fact this person voted for Bill Clinton twice. Similar case, 8 years ago, a good friend of mine, career military officer, said he could never vote for Hillary Clinton because of the lack of control she had over confidential information. And he was the first to admit the hard drive thing was probably blown out of proportion. But his concern was, how can you have the commander-in-chief take confidential, classified information lightly when you're demanding that military personnel take it seriously every single time? Because the one time someone doesn't take it seriously might be the time where it impacts American lives or puts American military personnel in harm's way. He said he could never vote for someone who took their responsibility to secure confidential information lightly. However, I guarantee you he voted for Trump 3 times. Now, that's not me supporting Biden. I'm not trying to bash Slick Willie for being a ladies' man. I wasn't bashing Hillary or the Donald for their lax handling of confidential information. None of those reasons were my reasons. None of those reasons are my reasons. But they were those people's reasons, and those people believed them to be principled reasons that had to do with their moral or political beliefs, not political party. However, they only applied those reasons and criteria when it felt right to them and they could support their own party. So cowgirl up, be willing to take a stand. Give me your most important reasons for how you feel about the next 4 years and put them down in the comments section. And we'll revisit them 4 years from now and see if they aged like a fine wine or if they aged like my eye bags. And you can see if you want to hold yourself accountable. Because if your reasons are good ones, they should apply to everyone all the time, everywhere, not just when it supports your team. And we live in this spectacularly cool country where we all get a say in the government, so we probably ought to have pretty good reasons for voting the way we do. Thank you so much for the time. I really look forward to seeing everybody's answers in the comments.